If you're looking to get started, first thing you do is pick a setting. So if you go down here, scroll down to templates, you're able to pick a handful of rooms. Right now, I'd say dive bar is probably our best room. We're gonna update this with some new base rooms, but let's get started here with dive bar. So you're gonna press start game and then press edit here and make sure that you turn the play button off. So yeah, let's get started. We have our backdrop. So first, let's create a character. So, and one thing you need to remember if you're building is like everything in here can be moved around. I can drag and drop this over to here. So you want to look for your asset catalog. And so the first thing we're going to need is a character, right? So I'm going to drag in one of the people here. And so now we have a basic person, and then we need a prop. And so for this idea, I'm just going to do something really simple and stupid. So let's just say this one's just called I Gotta Poop. So what is your goal? You have to poop, and you need to convince the security guard to let you do it. I'm sorry it's so stupid, but I'm not that smart, and I thought that was funny. So that's what we're going with. So now we have our character, we have our props, we have our setting. Now we need to create a convince gate. So the way to do that is you're going to select the character here. So generic character. You can see they're now selected. And I'm going to go over here to logic. And so let's get a little more space in here.
We want to define their backstory first, or
I have no, it's fine. We should do that. That's what you should do. I'm just trying to speed run this, okay, and then I'll get to that in a little bit. So we're going to create a convince gate, right? So you see here at the button here, there's a plus convince. And so now we have a convince gate. And so the way that this works is part of the simulation is going to be listening. This character is going to be listening. Is this player talking about any given subject? So in this one, are they talking about that they need to poop or use the restroom? Okay, so basically whenever players are talking or any character is talking, this character will be listening. Hey, are they talking about this thing? And then if that is the case, then they're going to run a reasoning. It's going to basically reason on, has the player convinced the character to do this thing? So in this case, has the player convinced the character to allow them to use the restroom? And then just to make this easy for now, I'm going to say, just let them use the toilet. Okay, so we're going to keep this super simple for now. Now I'm going to press save. Make sure you're always saving stuff. I've been burned by that a lot. So the first time you press save, it resets, but don't worry, that's pretty normal. So yeah, now we have this generic character, and they have the toilet. And so yeah, let's just give this a test now. So I'm going to press, so you can go press play here for full screen, but let's just do some in-engine testing. So I'm going to go up to this character. I'm going to press control. Hey, hey, I really need you to use the restroom. Okay. I really need you to, oh, sorry. All right, I understand.
All right, I understand. I'll head towards the restroom now.
So even your bugs are fun. So the first thing, so it did work, which is great, but there's one thing missing, right? Which is the fifth step. We need a game over state, right? Every good game needs to end, or it's not really much of a game. So let's go in here, and you can see here that the narrator said was convinced by the player, which is correct. But what we need to do here is we need to admit a game over state. So now when success happens, instead of it just saying something, it actually ends the game. And so let's save this and try again. I'm going to press play. Hey man, can I use the restroom? Okay. And now we're going to see a bug.
The conversation.
Okay, then
click the button there.
Yeah. And now
of course, my friend, the house holds no secrets.
Okay.
The rest.
Of course, my friend. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know if we need the. So you can see here that we were able to very quickly code this up, and now we have a full. You could talk to them, and then there's a game over. Now it's super boring, right? To go back to the first thing, you need a really good concept for this. So, to make this a little more interesting, I'm just going to make a few changes. Again, I just want to show how easy this can be.
Dude, I have an idea. Oh, dude, I have an idea.
Okay, I already have an idea, but
I know you have an idea, and I might throw off your script, but
okay, let's do it.
Improvise. Let's go. What's up?
I think you should. The reason why he doesn't want you to let you use his toilet, is that he just used his toilet and he clogged it, and he doesn't want anyone to know.
Okay. So I'm going to say appearance. Well, so a clogged toilet. I must, anyways. Yeah. Okay. So a clogged toilet. I guess.
This description. Not only is this toilet clogged, but it's also very stinky. Anybody who opens the lid may faint.
Very stinky.
Using
so it easy. Might knock you out.
There you go.
This thing is foul.
There you go. Good.
And you should say who did it.
Oh yeah.
And the person responsible
is Yeah. So so I'm gonna say the guard. Oops. The guard just used this toilet, and man, it is clogged and stinky. Okay. Now I need to delete this other. Okay, sorry. There we go. Okay, so we got that, and then I'm going to put in the characters. What matters most. So we're going to say here, the guard. I'm going to say speaks in under 15 words. What should he speak like? Because we've messed up my script now. So I could still have him speak like Agent Smith from The Matrix, but I don't think that makes sense. I'm just going to say
2000 boom bap rapper.
Okay.
Right. So speaks like an early 2000s boom bap rapper. Okay. But sounds really embarrassed that he clogged the toilet.
Well, no,
no.
He doesn't want to reveal.
Oh, yeah. So
say that you
So
probably in the description, he doesn't want to reveal.
Yeah. So okay. So I'm just gonna say sounds really embarrassed, but I'm not gonna say what. Yeah. Right. Okay. And the good thing about this is it doesn't really matter about your spelling, but okay. So doesn't want to tell the player that he clogged the toilet. Won't let the player use the toilet unless they really convince him that it is an emergency.
Well, shouldn't that be on the convince game?
Oh, yeah. That was part of my. I was going to make a mistake on purpose.
Oh,
but yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. You're ruining my video, man. You're changing my story. Got some backseat drivers over here.
Sorry.
No. But I think it's still worth testing. So Dan is right. But let's say I go up to him and I say, "Hey, I really have to use the toilet." So what you can see here is, he's going to say, "It's an emergency." So okay. So we managed to work this time, but what the issue is that as Dan mentioned, we haven't updated our logic gate, right? So the agent also, we need to change the agent so that it knows that what the backstory is too, right? So has the player convinced the character that this is a real toilet emergency? I'm going to say the guard, right? The guard is embarrassed that the toilet is clogged and won't let the player in unless it is an emergency. Okay. So any improvements to this prompt before I send it out? You think that seems okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so save.
You want the success to be a victory there under the game over.
Oh, yeah. You're right. And then good call there. So you can see here on game over right now, it's actually having you. Yeah.
Prompt,
the player won.
Make a potty joke.
Make a potty joke. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's save it again here. So now we're going to jump in here. Hey, man, what's up with this toilet? Okay, let's see.
System acting up.
Why is the system acting up? Let's see if we can get him to admit the truth. Ain't nothing
but AG thing. Plumbing's just crazy.
Dude, we need to change these voices, but okay. So a 90s rapper, but talks like a robot girl.
Yeah.
But why is the plumbing acting crazy? Did you have something to do with it? Let's see if they're gonna tell us the truth or not.
Ain't saying nothing. Might be it had too much flow.
Ain't saying nothing. Okay. Let's see here. So is this open to the public? And again, this is super stupid, right, and simple. But again, we're just trying to do something with
Nah, man.
Nah, man. Totally.
Toilet's jammed.
Private session. That's great.
Private session.
Hey, this is a true toilet emergency. I have to go. Lives are on the line. Can I use the toilet? So I'm gonna see if this works. If I've convinced them it's worth it. Game over. There we go. So you can see here.
Ah, you've persuaded me, friend. But beware the beast within.
The beast
It's
within.
a stinker, capable of knocking even the stoutest mortal to the ground.
Yeah, so there you go.
Do you have a bit of vampire text in there? Why did you mention mortals?
There might be some vampire that snuck into the prompt.
Now, something to point out about the language gate as we designed it. You could make it ambiguously hard. It's very easy to tune the difficulty of this. We could have left it off of the convince gate, say, is very hard to convince. We could have just wrote the sentence very hard to convince instead of providing a specific solution. Like in this case, we said an out. We said, as long as you say it's an emergency, you basically win. But you could have made it much more ambiguous, or you could have made it much more specific.